Oh, my what? See, I have buttons for this, but the buttons never seem to work immediately. It's always kind of funny. Imagine something working just straight away. That'd be nice. It's almost like we get this stuff automated for a reason, or as close to automated as possible. Um, cool. That's good. Hello. It is the Dungeon Lounge, and it is Thursday, and it is grim. That's right. It's me. It's not. Uh, it's not Flora, but that was an error on my part. I thought I pushed the update through. I didn't, and even though I stopped stream and restarted it, uh, it seemingly just didn't want to take it. Then, so what mods did you install? If you go to the Discord in the gaming general, you will find a pinned message. Though I think nothing's been said in the channel enough to hide everything. But it's just a couple of oh uh let me turn down the music a little bit. Just a couple of like minor changes. No new classes, but just a couple of like enhancements, color fixes, string fixes, longer hero names, um, stuff like that. And I'll be playing on the hardest difficulty. However, because I don't want to run into the issue of the Pokemon Nuzlocke, I manually installed a little bit of an update. No sexy lady mod? No, I don't want that. In fact, I find it quite appalling that basically 90% of the mods that you'll find most pushed out are all of the NSFW ones. Because it just kind of means that you're constantly stuck having to filter through all of the NSFW stuff. Which is a bit of a shame because having blood on your skins and whatever also requires it to be NSFW, or any type of like level of violence technically requires it. So you can't just sort by NSFW most of the time either. Like filter it out. If that's your jam, go do that, but that's not my jam. Yeah, it's a worrying amount. Um, but yeah, can I get the music to pause via the button? Cool. So yeah, just to go through the mod list, Blood Moon extension is a manual one. Um, just kind of like extends the amount of time plus the amount of deaths that I can have. I'm still gonna try to do this as best as I can to try to minimize the amount of deaths as possible. Um, but to that end, it's still preferable that I get the opportunity to not have to restart every single time. I've run into the, hey everybody, welcome to the first week of Pokemon Nuzlocke for Black and White, number 8. You know what I mean? So, that'd be nice. Couple of skins, lots of skins actually. Some of them I think are nice. Some of them are just palette extensions. Longer hero names, autosaving journals. Some of them are just like small quality of life things. Nothing that inherently breaks the game, but just kind of like the primary thing is kind of speeds it up a little bit because I know some stuff can take quite some time. That's primarily the point of some of this. Nothing to inherently break the game. I don't like breaking the game. I mean, it is completely impossible to fail this game. If all of your characters die, it just has you pick new ones and they're all super high level. No, not on Blood Moon. Blood Moon, there's a time limit, and there's 16 maximum deaths under normal circumstances. That is the cap with the Crimson Court. The here, I'll show you. Right. We'll just do this real quick because we don't need to do anything big for this. I'm not gonna enable the mod, so you can't. You know, you see the version without it. We'll just quickly go through this just so I can show you the difference. Because it doesn't really matter too much. I just want to make sure that it's laid clear.
Brigands have run up these lanes.
So
keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
The tutorials kind of irritant. This is the part I also kind of wanted sped up because it just kind of like takes a moment. I should turn off the tutorials. How are you doing today, Nox? I saw you were streaming earlier. I was lurking for a little bit. You had the little hammer thing, which I was surprised by.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
It's cool though. I don't know if anything shows up on your end when stuff like that happens, but if it does, that's kind of sick. Or annoying, I guess. Depends.
Send these
Oh, nice.
a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Ooh, that sucks. Stream is good, and yeah, I have a little hammer so you can smash your screen if you want. Yeah, I find it kind of funny.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Not that this battle doesn't matter. I'm not gonna play on this specific save, but it's just to show you the difference between the two. Gonna be of a little less energy. Though I had to mod Silk Song. I'm not great at it. I'm not going to do another 12-hour stream where it's just me struggling. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. At the end of the day, games are meant to be fun, and I'm part of that group of people that if I play a game, I very much like playing on the hardest difficulty almost straight away. It feels almost masochistic sometimes, but I like the challenge, and I like... Excuse me. I like it when games force you to think with all of the aspects that you've got. So that's why Nuzlocke appeal to me so much, for example. Jesus Christ, Dismas. Jesus Christ, people. I'm just here to try to get to the hamlet so we can show something. What the fuck? Although, then again, I have been trying to stun him for like fucking forever because I'm trying to talk. Impressive. Oh god. Yeah, so I set the 1 damage maximum, except for the final boss, they deal full damage. Right. I mean, play the way that you want, right? It's, I find it's more important to have fun with the game than, he's gonna die. That'd be funny if in the tutorial one we have, Reynold already die. Jesus. So much for just a quick, let me show you something. He's gonna die here. No? Okay. It'd be funny if they hard-coded a, cannot die here. But... So if touching enemy, you'll take your entire health. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, he did die. That's funny. Good thing we're not using this fucking run, eh? Jesus. Right. Now here's the problematic part. Unless, yeah, okay, so this does touch the back one. Cool. Do what you gotta do with the mods. Honestly, it's for me. Again, I like the challenge, but I like not having to constantly restart the game over and over again because it's like, oh, I died too many times and stuff like that. So I don't want to break the game either with some of the mods because some of the class mods, well, they're very, very cool.
Such as it is.
No, not here. Here. So yeah, here you see 16 1 out of 16 now. So this is a good way of showing it. There's also a time limit in the amount of weeks. I've basically
Trinkets and charms.
Wayne, shut up. But yeah, there is that. So, I was gonna turn something off, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Either way. See, I don't mind a challenge, but there's a challenge, and then there's an artificial challenge, or artificial difficulty, having it so that, yeah. I don't play Silk Song, so I couldn't tell you, but now I have to manually. But yeah, so that's the difference in the fact that I've doubled it up to 64 total deaths, which I find very reasonable. Of course, trying to minimize deaths as much as possible, but yeah. Alright, now let's actually get started with everything. Faster scouting and faster walking is probably the only thing that quote-unquote breaks the game, because you're going at it faster. So, you know, your time to complete might be... Oh, shit. But that's about it. give myself carpal tunnel willingly by clicking on all the X's. Just a couple of months. It just takes a while. It's just, like, if you look at what they all are, they're just palette expansion, skin, fix. Additional backgrounds, additional stuff like this. Hero level skin redone is just the icon changes a little bit more, so it looks a little prettier. Nothing inherently too crazy. And some Bloodborne stuff, like, you know, as is customary with most people that play this. Ultimately, I didn't want anything, because there's a couple of classes that I feel aren't... Antiquarian has its role, right? And that one, I will argue, is fully understandable. I wanted to turn off tutorials, that was it. Gameplay tips. Can I get tips off, please? Please tips. Oh, could I have tutorials? Okay, cool. But like, for example, there's two classes, the Arbalist and the Musketeer, that are supposed to be very, very close. The difference between them is minimal. And there's a couple of mods that do change one or the other to be a different class much more strongly. And I do like that, but a lot of them, I feel, end up breaking the game, because they're like, okay, cool, now here's this one that does this. The difference between them are two trinkets. Yeah. So it's one of those things, like, I like rebalancing mods that kind of change them a lot, but there's like one that's really, really popular that gives I believe it's a stacking crit buff, for example. And I find that one, you'll get into the cycle easily with Dismas with his advance and then his you know, retaliation. You'll constantly just, or his counterattack, like, you constantly just end up spamming that, because why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you run 3 Crusaders that all Holy Lance to the front constantly, with that one buffing crit the entire time? I don't want the ability to abuse things. I'd like to play balanced. It's just... And there's, like, one mod that gives the Antiquarian closer abilities to their arena version, which I liked, but in the grand scheme of things, their buffing ability is meant to be for quick PvP rounds and stuff like that. So instead of healing one person, it heals the whole party, and it heals them for a small amount, but it gives them a regen, and regens are OP, because they basically get you out of death's door the entire time. So, I mean, base game certainly has some things like, why wouldn't you just spam this? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Darkest Dungeon 2 was definitely like a case of that too. I was there for the majority of it. By the way, hi, Retail. Retail? Retail. Welcome. I think that you're new to the channel? But yeah, like, I was here for Darkest Dungeon 2's beta and everything like that. And there's an ability that the Plague Doctor has that is, because if you've played Darkest Dungeon 2, you'll find that stress is a very different thing to handle. There was a buff that raised all of your resistances to all debuffs, but also in the process lowered everybody's stress. Cough, cough, broken key, transparent. There's a lot of stuff that's just broken, but it's also the for that specific one, it was it would raise all or remove all stress, or 2 levels of stress, if they were a certain threshold, and you could keep doing that over and over again. Then they said, okay, cool, we understand that that's a little broken. What we'll do is what was it? We'll put a limit on it. We'll put a limit on it for the amount of times that you can use it per battle. Reasonable overall. And then it turned out that that was still broken, because if you can only use it twice per battle, that still means that you have you would look for battles, you know. So yeah. I'm not super familiar with this game in terms of like the I don't know all the trinkets by name, and I wouldn't know all the optimized runs or layouts for every single character. But I have a lot of hours in this, and I kind of know some of the curio answers and stuff like that. Cliché. Ooh. Not the worst thing to have as a start.
Welcome home, such as it is.
But yeah, as you can see, like, there's just a lot of like little icons and everything. or little text things that are just colored a little differently. There's nothing that is inherently different. If you were to pick up the game right now, overall the game would play the same. It's just that I have a couple of more skins. I have a couple of more colors for the Plague Doctor. I have a couple of skins for the Vestal. Some of them put her in full armor. Some of them make... Wasn't there like a blonde thing or whatever? Yeah, there's the blonde one. Which was the big advertised picture. There's a couple of Reynald skins, or Crusader skins. By the way, 2 redeems have been added, just for the purposes of Darkest Dungeon 1. If you want your name to be included in the hero list, let me know. There's another one that allows you to there's one that's random, and there's one that allows you to specifically pick a class. So, though that text recolor mod is pretty out of date, as in, it was added before color text. Yeah. There's a couple of mods that end up doing that are pretty out of date, but I find that they align pretty well. There was one that I was looking for that I couldn't find again, or not on a whim, that changed some of the icons or some of the colors to be more contextually accurate to Darkest Dungeon 2, which I'm a bit more familiar with by now, so... but yeah. What abilities do we start with? Okay.
Your work begins.
Okay, Divine Comfort and Divine Grace is pretty good. It's heavily speculated that the base stun chance of Manacles was lowered with the release of Colors of Madness, specifically because it had a massive stun buff trinket for Abomination Broken Key, and it was encouraged to get the DLC. It wouldn't surprise me, because I know that the Color of Madness adds a lot of things that are outright broken. But that's the point of it. It's supposed to be a gauntlet for broken things. I've never been able to consistently run it as strongly. Whoop, you're going to forward one. You know what? Go with this one. Go with Red Hook.
The cost of preparedness.
Excuse me.
Gold.
I believe there's 2 here. We should be able to get through with that. Full stack of that. Actually, we don't need a full stack of that. I wouldn't say broken, to be honest. Besides the broken key, some trinkets are certainly strong, but I would say the price doesn't correlate to their power. That's fair. This one, I know a holy water. Oh no, we have holy water. Right. We get one. Key for... Because I know the first one is pretty much like a set dungeon. The first 2? Maybe? I'm not sure. Should be fine with this. I wish there was a mod that would increase some of the load times. But...
A handsome reward.
Does Reynald still have the Klepto stuff if he's in second? Also, I entirely forgot that I should turn off the torch in the final round for that first run, but that's okay. Happens. Adding mods inherently increases your load times, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. It just feels like by now we would have had mods or whatever that kind of like increase the speed of load times and stuff like that. Is this enough? It is enough, okay. Crit fish. No? Okay. That's alright then.
Death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Unlocked. Cool. Yeah, I was hopeful. I was hopeful, man. I know there's a couple of mods that, for like other games, end up increasing some of the load order stuff and whatever. We can't even have variables. Oh fuck! Jesus Christ! All right, here's about where I'm comfortable with that. No, thank you. Good. Damage up. I'll do. Oh yeah, Judge. Oh, okay, right. I thought this was the stun ability. That's alright. Cool. Ever seen a mod that adds custom tooltips? Oh, really? I know there's one that changes the text, but I don't think that's the one you're talking about. I know that there's one that basically tries to simplify or reword it so that it makes more sense logically, which I'm always a big fan of, but definitely is changing things. So, you know what, maybe we can fish. Nope, we can't fish. I'm trying to fish too much here. Oh no. It's a free torch. Yeah, it's a free torch. Yeah. It's funny that that's the way, like, that kind of feels like the old stories of, like, Naughty Dog, for example. There we go, crit fishing. Like, Naughty Dog basically breaking the PlayStation 1's RAM, and that made it more useful, or something like that. If you know that story. But because of the limited RAM on the PS1, Naughty Dog had to find a way, and they did successfully, to bypass some of the RAM modifications or limitations on the PS1, and that way they got the got more successful results out of it. It's kind of funny in the grand scheme of things. Oh, that sucks. Not again. Yeah. Thank God for that one. Because you have -1 speed, you're going to be a little less. That's okay, though. A simple example, the Milkmaid class mod has an ability that can't critically heal to prevent crit fishing. It includes the custom line cannot crit heal, and I don't remember the code line because it's been so long, but it's through a bug regarding the weapon upgrade line that lets you pull from the string file. A lot of jargon, I know, it's hard to simplify. Yeah, no, I get the gist of that, basically. I've enough layman code knowledge and stuff like that that I kind of understand the logic of that. That's funny, but that's the way that they pulled it out. Huh. It does feel like some of this game is a little bit held together by, like, string and hopes and dreams. But it ended up working, so.
Destroy them all.
Get it to go away faster. It's funny when there's, like, little bits of trivia. Like, I find that stuff a little interesting, but it's also one of those things, like, it kind of puts into perspective how some game dev is just like, does it work? Yeah. Don't ask us how, though. Oh, I did. No, I kind of wanted you to succeed with that time. Oh. If you're all aware of the reliquary, that pulls off strings which normal mods can't do because a separate executable file allows it to change the base game files, and even that is about... Maybe that's why they're advertising it, like, as, like, an actual expansion on the Steam page and everything, because it's like, the witchcraft that this required is commendable, you know? You know what I mean? Key.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Look at this fucking manifestation of absolute tomfoolery. That shouldn't work. I never tried the Black Reliquary. I know it's for the hardcores among the community, so. Actually, I don't know why I'm going to this room. There's a stress heal here, but it's not that stressed. Oops. Or the party's not that stressed. Oh well. Oh well, we're here now. Example, Black Reliquaries, Houndmaster's Cry Havoc has a spread in its stress heal instead of an all or nothing chance. That's not actually possible with modding tools. Instead, each individual point of stress healing has a chance to proc. Jeez. Did you do some of the development work for that yourself, or is it just like funny know-how that was shared in like Discords and stuff like that? Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Oh, fuck. Eh? Not in the coding department, though. I've made some fair enough. I mean, it would seem like a massive undertaking as it is, so...
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Well, that's cool.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I forget if speed applies on the exact... Okay, yeah, it does. Or at least for this one. Cool. That'll do. My thread winds on. The RS team is around 20 people, and that's just the core team. I keep the departments for the most part.
Seize this momentum.
I mean,
push on to the
it's not entirely what unfamiliar to what you'd hear from some other dev stories. So, lots of departments and sticking to my department's quote, right? Reynald, I know what you are. Yeah, greedy bitch. Ooh. There we go. Keep on adventuring so we can get that last bit of loot. Just bring that up to this, hopefully get a surprise proc, and if we can get a surprise proc, then we can kill the lantern on the final turn. Voila. Oh! Demonic combo, in my opinion. I fucking hate that combo of those two. Ooh.
The ground quakes.
It quakes! Oh! There's some actual Eldritch Witchcraft going on in the kitchen. Our main coder found a way somehow to increase the maximum character limit for Tilted. Jesus. And knowing the way that some devs work, that's just fucking around a little bit with some of the pre-existing code, too. It's never intentional. It's just kind of like, hey, I just tried this thing. Guess what I found? Yeah, increase the text limit, break the entire game. Where did it break things? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Look what it created. It's always funny when you learn about stuff like that.
Death
By inches. Oh, Wayne June. That's the button for it.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners.
Oh, Wayne June. I find him a hard person to mourn. Knowing, like, he was kind of a piece of shit apparently in his own personal life. But iconic voice. Cool. Only goods, please. I do not like the bad. The yips! Oh. Obsessed with cleanliness. Can you steal sponges instead of my fucking packs the entire time? That'd be great.
The tents are pitched, banners fly, and the corpse wagons.
I was gonna say, I don't have Butcher Circus enabled.
The circus has come
I'm not
to
gonna go
town.
for Butcher Circus because, I don't wanna.
Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the
Thing is, you
earth.
can't monkey with the game's code. Modders only get the front end provided by the devs, which is highly restrictive. Normal mods cannot change a lot of things, such as the maximum death blow resist. Jeez. Well, I mean, some of that stuff just feels hard-coded into the game. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but
Pshaw.
his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Pasha. It's actually not a bad pull for... never mind. It's actually a little unfortunate for some... Like, I would have liked at least one of these abilities. This kind of sucks. In fact, it kills Torch, too. Well, Torch... Yes. Okay pull, overall. Demon's pool. That one's pretty good, overall. I find that to be more useful than not. Answer the Abyss is correct. Yeah, but it's not what I was looking for this early. Considering I have a very developed front line, I don't really want to... Well, Dismiss can kind of fit into number 3 too, so... What are your abilities? The stun chance is really good, of course, but... Satanophobia? That feels... I know you're not, like, a Satanist or anything, but, like... I believe in occult stuff, but Satan? Ugh. Yeah. Just a very weird line to draw. Occult? Yeah, I'll believe in that stuff. Would be good for a melee dismiss. I forget that the versatility for builds isn't as much of a common thing in this game as opposed to 2. Because, like, you can go with a full ranged build and it'll be entirely perfect. The thing that makes hands so good, besides the A-tier stun chance and accuracy, is its, yeah. I mean, the crit chance there is really, really good. I mean, it's basically... Is it double? I think it's double, right? Yeah, it's basically double. So, what the normal one would be. Or the average one would be, rather. Because it's higher... Yeah, I was going to say it's higher than some of Dismas' stuff. Could make a dodge tank with that, but... Not too many of those. It's the highest base crit chance of any skill in the game, tied with this... Ooh. Shit, maybe I should start talking to the occult. It's just... Roll a little dice. Who do I want to take with me? I'm just... like, wasting time at this point. You. It's a bad. Sacrificial Stab has the second lowest accuracy for skills. I still cannot fathom. He's an occultist. He wants to work from the back.
Fresh kegs.
What's so hard to grasp about the man who's afraid?
Promise solace to the
I mean, the man is scared of Satan. Unholy things. Oh God, only in my hands. Oh God. I like that you can, like, kind of, like, craft a story sometimes of all the quirks of some of the characters. It's like, oh, okay, well, he's, you know, he's afraid in Satan, but, and likes to do all his sacrifices by candlelight, but, either way. We'll get going. I feel like this one could be pretty good. I mean, at the lack of some of the better ones, this one I don't really feel like... Go for a long one. I can swing a hard one because word reconstruction. I like taking the chances, and these two still exist. Excuse me. Yeah, these very much work. Wait, do I have a... Did I already have the thing unlocked? No. I can't get the fucking duelist savans. Set that to protect and everything, that'd be great. These, which you can modify quirks and traits to detract from the hero's building up personality, sadly. That I'm going to complain about being able to remove club. Yeah, I always found money to be the biggest struggle in this game because I never really got super far enough to, like, build. Because I know districts, there's, like, the bank that a lot of people rush for the money, which essentially makes sure that you can make characters the way that you want them, right? So... Oh. I was pressing shift. I'll just go with the standards. Go with the defaults. The Caregivers Convention, whenever it comes up. See, this is what I mean. I'm not familiar enough with some of the game's events and stuff like that to go like, oh yes, that one. That's the one. Hey, Teacup Cup. How it goes? How are you doing?
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than
Happy
the seat
Thursday.
of our noble line.
A noble line. Oh, 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 oh. Columnist the spot. Hey. I mean, I typically try to stun just to. I find with like most RPG, you know what? What's? Oh, hey, look at that. Ooh. If you're playing on Siege and Blood Moon, honestly, the bank takes too long to build and too many resources. I have a mod that does extend the amount of time that I have, and also the death limit, just because of the fact that I played Pokemon Black and White for quite some time, where I think I was like on 12 runs trying to make it work, and I'm not opposed to playing games as they are intended. The problem I have is if I keep starting over and over and over and over and over again, I'm just gonna get so tired of the intro of the game and like the first couple of bits, that I burn myself out on the game. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, and just I'll acknowledge my big boo-hoos and everything and my big failures if I fucking hit the 16, but I've extended it up to 64. So because I'm a cheater. Key. So far so good. That's good to hear.
Only treasure could staunch
Oh
the
no.
flow of otherworldly
Corruption. Oh no! Little bitches. Yeah, Stygian is tricky for that first time, but DD's difficulty is structured entirely around the player being uninformed. Yeah, once you have knowledge of some stuff, like it's just, you know. Haha. Yeah, yeah. And I'm fortunate enough to where I sit in the familiar but not familiar enough category.
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Like, I've gotten to the point where tier 2 enemies and the bigger ones show up and stuff like that, but anything beyond that, despite having like a lot of hours in this game, I've never finished it. Please don't get disease. Thank you. Yeah. And then it presents the challenge based on that, right? Like, congratulations, here's all the information. Here's the ultimate tactician's sort of game, right? Which I can respect. I can respect that, definitely. Though I'm far too casual for that myself.
The slow death, unforeseen,
Hammer. Well, face.
unforgiving. Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick?
Bundles of belief, thank you. Oh no, 2 stressors. Ugh. Go figure. Oh, please. Leave the festival alone. Get over here. Yeah, that's the intent. Here's all the information withheld from you normally, so you don't have to go to the wiki to check. Yeah. Pretty much. And I can respect that. How much bleed is that again, too? Yeah, to go. I mean, you know what? You don't get a turn. Get back there. Think about what you've done. Back in your quarter. There. But yeah, that's the intent. Like, I like basically quote unquote forcing myself to play a game on stream so that I know that I'll beat it. You know what I mean? Or I'll stick with it enough. I say having put down Pokemon Black and White, but you were there for a lot of that, so. One of them is exclusive to Crimson Court. Jesus. That feels like a very specific debuff, but if it feels almost like, okay, well, we got it for one thing. Can we make it for another? Yeah, sure. Here's another. Oh, okay. So cool. Thanks. All right, you bleed. Oof. I'm sorry.
Well struck.
Ooh. Thank you, crit rates.
Slowly, gently.
I was hoping he was...
Life
Okay,
is
well.
taken.
Whatever, turn orders. Who needs them?
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Wallop. Cool.
This expedition at least promises success.
Nuzlockes aren't for the faint of heart. It's not necessarily that it was for the faint of heart. It was just constantly restarting over and over and over again. That just kind of ended up like being an incredibly frustrating thing. Chance. Oh well, you suck.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
It's the intro that I got so fucking tired of, and having to do the same gym over and over again and falling in the same pitfalls. Oof. Please don't. Whatever. You know what? Let's get you tested. Hopeless. Oh no.
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
Oh. I would have continued it if it wasn't so tilting to get through that first part the entire time. But that's again what Nuzlockes are for, I suppose. And that's what I'm trying to prevent with that, like, little extension of time. So, actually, why'd I do that? Oh well. Go.
A dizzying blow
Ah.
to body and brain.
Please don't bleed. Thank you. Oh, fuck off. That would also make my other healer stress the fuck out, so I have to start taking chances on fucking... Then again, I'm not going after the stressors, that's my bad. Oh no. Oh no. No turn. No turn for you. Go back.
Death by inches.
Go back to the first rank anyway. Hey, you know what? Worse actions could have been taken. Hey. Oh, bastard. You're bleeding, right? Yeah, you're a bleeder. I forget that they're also human. Get stunned, idiot. I already did that. Your turn. At least it advances him forward, so. Excuse me. I'm playing this so suboptimally, but that doesn't matter. We're getting through it, and that's what matters. Hello, Banshee Elizabeth. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here.
Destroy them
Cool.
all.
Thank you, dismiss. Or
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
they can be beaten. Thought I live here? Oh. That's crazy. Crazy girl. Crazy girl. That's so crazy.
As the light gains purchase,
There we go.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Patrol. They're all bleeders. I just prefer that one gone. That would be nice.
Impressive.
Impressive. He always sounds a little bit like Scooby-Doo when he says that one. Where? And hopefully the grape shot will not fail. That'd be great. Oh, right. Ruh-roh. Way to humble me, game. Alright, cool. You know what? Here.
Masterfully executed.
Masterful. Except for the fact that you fucked up earlier, but don't worry about that. How are you doing, Elizabeth? How are you holding up? I want everybody to be proud of Elizabeth. Very intensive day.
Waits
Stressful
for
day.
the slightest lapse in concentration.
But she's on the mend. The horrors persist, but so do you. I will, of course, also point out to everybody, there is still the redeems at the bottom that you can take for having a hero named after you, either randomly or which class you would want. So if you would like to have a priest named after you, a Vestal, or ooh, that's not good. Then you can redeem that and make that happen. It's very wow, very woo woo wow. Go.
A trifling victory,
1 second.
but a victory nonetheless.
Blumpy? What, you want the name Blumpy instead of Banshee Elizabeth? Fair enough. I hadn't really considered that
Even
part,
the
that some people
cold
might
stone
choose
seems bent
different
on
names.
preventing passage.
Risk. Oh. Is there any particular class? Although technically that would be the other redeem. We've successfully made it through the halfway point. We're a little bit over the halfway point. Spoilers. Spoilers. I redeem for Venom, yeah.
Another one falls.
Another one. Bites the dust. Uh-oh. Thank God. Alright. Sedated.
Sedated.
That'll do. That'll do. Oh, 3 out of 4. Womp womp. Oh, hey, we get an attack. Bonk. Slam. You are the book nerd.
As victories mount,
An old journal
so
entry.
too will
My
resistance.
goodness. There. The classic. No fight. Fight. Big fight. It's not that big, actually. Critical. Man, I hate spiders. Oh, bonk. There's a bonk. Spit. Okay. Oh. Oh, for fuck. That's alright. Yeah. God, leave her alone. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Poor girl. Actually, she's
Okay,
not.
okay.
Hey, Miss Space Pixel, how you doing?
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
There's not much I can do about her for this turn, so...
Be gone, fiend.
Be gone, fiend.
Survival
No!
is a tenuous proposition in this exploring tomb.
Okay. Okay. It's dark enough that we get a death already in the halfway point. That's how dark it is.
Statistically, it's at 57 torch.
Ugh. Man, that does suck. That was actually a really good healer. Oh,
Back to the pit.
back to taking a shit. Cool. Meh. Meh. Oh, not the portraits. Actually, portraits would be kind of useful. Eh. I wish we had a scout chance here. Oh. That does
A
suck.
moment of respite. A chance
Stress
to
heal would be
steel
nice.
oneself against the coming horrors.
Coming horrors. Horrors. Alright, that doesn't lower stress, that just, do we need to all
In
have barks?
Radiance, may we find victory.
Maybe find herbs. Money. Don't ask me how. Ah. That's pretty shitty. That's a pretty shitty encounter to get right here. Then again, oh my god, it's clear all broom battles, that's right. Oh my god, Dismas, not now, please, dude. You can still do that from second rank? Man, you fucker. Okay, the big problem is it lowers dodge. Stop fucking hurting the team, you idiot. You idiot. Of course, it's not 3 damage, it's 2 damage. Go figure. Shrank.
Perched at the very
You know, it would have been nice if I brought bandages, huh? Holy water. Fix that one. Right. How funny it would be if this whole thing just fell apart now. Please. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. Don't add to the blade. Thank you. Can still recover. Thank you. Please no. Fucking hell. And it's still his turn. So there's a good chance that he might die. Dismas! Dismas! You only have one purpose, which is shoot the bullet. Shooty the bullet. Fucking hell, brother. That might be killed. Oh, okay, cool. Death Door's resistance, come on. Thank you. 7 is good. I don't care if that causes more bleed. Okay, cool. Shrink. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I need him to do, but he's failing. The little homie in front of him is having a better accuracy time. Oh god. Okay. Whew. There we go. Now. Blast. I'm firing you. Like. Oh my god.
And now the true test.
The true test.
Fast or expire. than 100 cannons.
Right.
Great is the weapon that stands on its own.
Okay.
A devastating blow.
Good. Here we go.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
The problem is we have, aside from this one, a couple more rooms, and we still need to
The light, the promise of safety.
clear the other ones. So there's at least one battle here. At least two, well, at least one more.
We fall so that we may learn to pick ourselves up once again.
What do you have, buddy? Fear of mankind? Ah, that's great. That's great.
Though long years may seek to separate them, action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking of doing.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set
I'm gonna
straight.
do something that
The
is
abbey calls to the faithful.
it's stupid, but it works. You're gonna get cut anyway.
Once again, the stars are right, and the manor sits at the very epicenter of cosmic unrest.
I will get a Blumpy once I
Cultists
find one
rally
that is
to their
Blumpy
twisted
appropriate.
Idols, and great gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifices.
Because if I'm going to name a Blumpy now,
Far below,
I would
life-laden
have to
shadows
choose,
pulse
and some of
to
them
the
are just going to get
unrelenting
cut.
rhythm of a
Yes,
beating
yes, you're-
heart.
Wayne June, you've got many things to say. Keep them to yourself. That's cool. Anyway.
Wounds to be tended, lessons to be learned.
You're a kleptomaniac and you've got all these things. Oh, hey, look.
She has paid
Another hero.
dearly for her freedom.
And,
Deserved better than
goodbye.
this place.
Hi, Ricecar. How's it going?
The
Cool.
raw strength of youth may be
There we
spent.
go. We suddenly just expanded our roster for
campaigns.
free, the kids would say.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in
Now, was it
distant
free?
cities.
No.
We can use this.
Have fun playing Where Winds
no
Meet.
mistake.
I don't know what that game is.
We will face ever greater threats.
Ever.
Our soldiers
Rah,
must
rah,
be
rah, rah.
ready.
Yes. Many ready. Go. Create Dancer Dismas. So, Blumpy, there's... You know what? There's 8 here. Come on. Ah, where's that old bag? There we go. Is this one a D8? No, it's a D6. I'm just reaching into the bag randomly, grabbing. There we go, there's a D8. Alright. How do you like that dice ace more? Alright, cool. That's a fudged fucking roll. Here. Actual space to roll. Number 3? Jeez. These are so unreadable because of the fucking plastic. Let me get a different dice. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh, this one's nice and readable. Alright. That is number 5. I can actually read that one. Okay, cool. What's number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bumpy. You get a dog, you get puppy. You get Blumpy. You see little dog. Got a pet that dog. There There's your Blumpy. Blumpy might be the dog.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
War. War does change.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Are we? Why didn't no one tell me?
Okay.
Do I want to do courtyard? Not yet. I mean, the wheel could work. Oh, I like the fact that if you go outside the windows, yeah, okay, cool. Maybe Cove. I mean, Cove could work. Cove could work. What are we getting? Yeah, we'll go for this one. In case you want to get a man of arms built up and everything like that, I feel like that's a good choice. Cool. You could also work there. You know what? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, but we don't have a heal on the Plague Doctor. Let's quickly grab a heal on the Plague Doctor and go. Well, it's not a big heal, but it'll do. Cool. All right. Let's go out to the world. Oh, Jesus. Where'd the game go? There you go. Okay. Two. I think we're fine with this. Actually, you know what? Let's bring one of these. And do we want to bring a key? We'll bring a key. That's the worst that can happen. The Wield.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
Alright, it's room battles.
Let us burn out this
map.
evil.
You know, I kind of want to just move the text up to the top there, because here it covers all the important information. So, dogs. I did take Blumpy out for this one. I do apologize.
Decimated.
Hail. They're already diseased dogs. I don't think more disease is going to help with these dogs.
Falls, a faint hope
The
blossoms.
dogs. Oh. Oh. Lord. Lord.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Has a lock on it. Oh. Money. We need more money.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Formed with misintent. Ooh, you missed. Your big ability and you missed. You Egypt. You know, when I think about it, I shouldn't have brought the Plague Doctor for this one, because everything is pretty high blight resistance. Oh well. Live, learn. Oh,
Devastating.
Bounty Hunter. Ugh, you have some buffer or something that does that? Hunger? No. You just built different. Goddamn. Ew.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Student health plan. Oh no. What are you gonna do about it? Obviously, you should give them all your information just for safety, right? Just to be safe, right? wouldn't want anything bad to happen, right? So get over here. Yep, no health plan. Good old swipesies. We can heal that actually. Oh, look at that. Oh, pretty. The itty bitty critty. See them just dancing around at the front. That's great.
On its own.
Oh! Oh! Lord, I forget that the bounty hunter is that strong. But you can bleed, so you will bleed. Yeah.
Continue the onslaught.
I was thinking it, but it was one of those things where I'm like, just, I don't know. Sometimes it's just funny the way the timing works. The amount of times I get like scam calls for like, oh, your bank card. It's like, oh, really? Okay, if you say so, pal. You fucking say so.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Not their formation. Ah, damn. I kind of should have stunned them before killing. Oh. She had to put on her big girl pants and go through the procedures. But as far as I've been told, things have gone well. And we'll have to put up with her for a little bit more. Sucks that we had to find out this way.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
You know, the old womp womp, right? For shame. For shame.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
PD, please. Please come up first. Thank you. Fix. Thank you. You know what? Oh, that sucks. Made a blight. Ah, no, that sucks. No, the runs. Oh, the shits. Oh God, 20. Oh, that.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That one sucks. That one kind of. That one's a bad one. That one's not great. Not the runs, not the spins,
These
not the
nightmaric
shits.
creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I want to. Okay. Poisoned. Aha, you resisted. I think it's. Nope. Nope. Now what? It's okay, we'll get there in the end. You know, desecrate the dead, that kind of stuff. So good. Burp. There we go. The annoying part about the Jello Mans is you gotta get rid of them as fast as possible, basically. Or this happens.
Test. Hold fast or expire.
Impressive.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Forbidden Jello. Oh, come on. That sucks. Only one of them got poisoned. That's doo-doo. Oof. I forget that these enemies are just cyclical fucking assholes.
Another abomination.
Cleansed from our lands.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Big slime.
Unforgiving.
Oh, don't make another one. Okay. Thank fuck. Shit. Alright. Thank you. That's good. You are late but alive. Welcome, late but alive. Oh, thank God. Fuck it out.
Perhaps the turning point.
Okay. I was so fucking sick and tired of fighting the Jello Man. Sing me a song, Jello Man. Okay. How are you doing, Lenneth? Happy Thursday. Yeah. I said the exact same thing earlier, where it's like, what a narrator he is. It's such a shame that he's such a piece of shit. Oh well. If that's the way he wanted to go out, then fucking so be it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I didn't know that. Wayne June mostly kept to himself, and I wish for his sake he would have stayed fucking to himself, but couldn't help himself. He's quite transphobic and shit like that. Just a general piece of shit. The thing is with how little he had like spoken about stuff in the past, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, well, what are some other opinions you have, good sir? It's a shame, but it is what it is. I will say that his passing has opened up one of my like fantasy little where I really want Ralph Innocent to be the new voice for Darkest Dungeon. He's got the voice for it. Ralph Innocent's got the voice for it. Whether or not it'll happen, likely not, but see, you see the vision. Whether or not they'll want to pay the Ralph Innocent money, it's up in the air, but, you know. Exactly, Ralph has Disney money now. Marvel, baby! Oh well, you know. I was just explaining without spoilers why Angus Serkis was robbed. He was robbed. 100% he was robbed. Though, I talked a little bit with Elizabeth about this. Are you gonna die here? Okay, cool, thanks. Where it would be really funny if Charlie Cox now won the award for best voice acting of the year, right? Like, imagine, right, that the dude came into video games, did like a day's worth of work, right? Like maybe from morning to evening, and went on about his day and his week and his life afterwards, right? Like wins a fucking award for just an evening's work, and just like, wow, maybe I should fucking do more voice acting, and this is how he gets into into voice acting more, because he's like, wow, this is easy awards, I should fucking do this more often. I have a feeling that
Trifling victory, but a victory
Benifer English
nonetheless.
and Jen Star are going to acknowledge Andy Serkis on stage. I don't know if Cox will be available for that event. It'd be cool if he was there, but it's also one of those things like it'd be the first event he attends on that behalf of the game, right? So yeah, that's the big thing. Like for some people, this like it's kind of funny to me the juxtaposition of like you have Ben Starr and Jennifer English, who both have had major roles in two separate games, right? Like with Jennifer English being Shadowheart, and in a couple of other games, but none of them that really reached the critical success of Baldur's Gate 3. And then you have Ben Starr, obviously in Final Fantasy 16, which was not as much of a success as Baldur's Gate 3 is, but still, you now have Square Enix money, right? You're now a Square Enix protagonist money fucking actor, so that brings a level of prestige with it. For as much as some of them continue to voice act, I suppose, because it's funny, you don't see a lot of those people return to voice acting afterwards, but I also think Neil Newbon. I found Dead Take was cool, but it was, I think, a little too far out there for some people. But how do you explain the duality of Serkis's work there without revealing the spoilers? That's the problem. So here's the funny part, right? Like, Lenneth, you'll understand this a little bit, and Elizabeth will know what I'm talking about. We have our friend Space Shrimp, who often comes in here. Whenever he speaks, because he just started Expedition, whenever he speaks on Expedition, we have to ask, where are you? And that's the magic of Expedition. Act 1, cool, hey, yeah, Gustav is fucking fantastic. Act 2, what do you think of Verso? Who's Verso if you're not at Act 1 yet? Like, it's one of those things, you have to navigate the spoiler territory very, very, very fucking well. Like, you know, I joke the category could have been entirely Ben Starr. He had a busy year, yeah. Good for him, honestly. He seems like a stand-up guy, from what I understand. Might lean a little bit hard on internet culture sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with that. The best Ben in the litter. There are far less deserving people who get more work than he does. Hi, Jared Leto. Hi, Jared Leto. I'm not saying Midstar's on the Jared Leto fucking level of things, but I'm like... I'll give my fucking Jared Leto jabs in where I can. What a piece of work that is. Oh, as much of a piece of work as he is, I'll give him this. None of them ever succeed, so... never have to worry about that, eh?
Foolish horrors.
Jared Leto kombucha.
Driven into the mud.
I believe this is also... yeah.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded
I have so much to say, and fake fucking fake furry is one of the least of his crimes. Yeah. Uh-oh. No, shield breaker. Curses! Oh no! Well, now you're fixed. I want my money back from seeing his band live. They were opening for Muse. Listen, sometimes you need... I skipped a Curio? I didn't realize I did. Sometimes you have to be reminded of bad times to be reminded of what the good times are. Right? A little bit of bad to remind you of the good.
Gone, fiend.
He just twirled. Performance of a lifetime. Fucking hater. Shut the fuck up. He earned that money. Next time he's gonna play Freebird just to spite you. Stop complaining. You don't know. You don't know how good you have it with Jared Leto. Boy. Oh no, he's not gonna go for it. Okay. Get over here. Jared Leto is one of the people of all time. It's like here's the conundrum I have with Jared Leto. There are some roles of his that I actually like. I did not mind him in Blade Runner. I did not mind him in American Psycho. He's decent when he's not the center of attention. Or it isn't able to make himself the center of attention. He wasn't the center of attention when he was the Joker either, but he made himself the center of attention because, well, to be fair, Joker's kind of a cursed role as it is. You're always going to be compared to Ledger, right? And then Nicholson after that. Like, you're gonna have to fucking pull something out, and it's always like, ooh, how good's this Joker gonna be? And it's fucking trying too hard, the piece of shit. But look at him posted cringe. He's okay in those roles, but that's about it. His role in fucking in American Psycho was just, yeah, but that's voice acting. That's different. Do you look at Troy Baker and say that's also one of the Joker's voice actors because he did that? Need I remind you? Mark Hamill was the best Majima. There's a statement of all time for you. Mark Hamill was the best Majima.
This expedition at least.
Stupid motherfucker!
Success.
I will always crack the fuck up whenever I remind myself that Troy Baker just copied Hamill. I mean, yeah. Please don't die. Prefer if he didn't. Kind of useful. Oh! Here you go. Et voila. He's a good mimic. That's ironically Baker's probably best feature is that he's really good at impersonating, as is displayed by him basically taking a really good well. I mean, let's be fucking honest, right? What do you really need to do for Indiana Jones? What do you really need to do for Indiana Jones? Just fucking ask yourself that for a second. Because how much of Indiana Jones is just... listen, man. I love Harrison Ford. But you watch a Harrison Ford movie, it's like a Bill Murray movie. You're getting Bill Murray, you're getting Harrison Ford, you kind of know what you're getting. I feel like the last time I ever seen him emote as much as he does, it's his fingers being fucking broken in Blade Runner. And even then, it's just him going, like a fucking, like that's the extent of voice acting that he does. And it's just like him looking slightly frightened at the idea that another man on the other side of that door is just going, and this one? And this little piggy? Have I told you about my Bill Murray experience? That is worrying. That's worrying. Holy shit, that's cool. Damn, that's a really cool fucking skin for the... Oh, is that the Anubis one? Damn. Look at that. That's really fucking cool. It's a little dark, but... Dude walked by and snatched fries off my plate, and then I was like, sorry, so no one ever will ever... No one will ever believe you, right? He is just kind of all over the place from what I understand. Cool.
Tortured
What?
and reclusive.
Reclusive.
This man is more dangerous than he
would
seems.
seem.
Shifting, swaying. She mesmerizes her prey before the final strike.
Oh. One of several, yeah. Though be careful when you say the statement to Bill Murray victim. These days that has connotations. Here you go. You did good, bounty hunter. Have alcohol. I'm a victim of Bill Murray's. What did he do? What did he do? Phrasing. Man stole my fries. See, here's the thing. I feel like if you start with that sentence of like, I'm a Bill Murray victim, and you follow that up with, you're gonna. That's a can of worms I don't think you want to open, just willy nilly. He stole my fries. I mean, French fry theft is a very serious one. I steal French fry all the time from Banshee Elizabeth over there, who lives in the same house as I do. And she chose it. Imagine if it was poutine. Crimes. Don't touch my fries. What the fuck? You've stolen my fries before.
You will know the tragic.
But technically, you get
extent
onion
of
rings
my
more than anything
failings.
else. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have in terms of new progression? Still short. Scouting chance is pretty good. Onion rings are yummy. Yeah. Imagine stealing poutine is a serious. I'm just trying to fathom how you would do that. You know. Mark Hamill made fun of my lip gloss and George Lowe smacked him. Nice. Yeah, well, did you get hugged by Ben Starr? That's what Banshee Elizabeth can say. Even though fucking she... the lead up to that was kind of funny. I'll tell that story if I have permission. It was a funny day. That was a mess of a day. But it turned out okay in the end. There's a t-shirt, Bill Murray owes me fries. If I get hugged by Ben Starr, that means I was somewhere that could happen. That's fair. The dude get... what? I was about to say a really, really poor phrasing of that. The dude gets around. Huh. English is not my first language. That means I was somewhere that could... I mean, you could go to a convention of some sort. Either way, it was kind of funny. I'll tell the story. I'm robbing Elizabeth of the opportunity to give me permission. It is a cry for help. It is for a lot of people. It is for a lot of people. It's called validation and seeking it for some people. Don't worry. So we went to KupoCon in Toronto, which was at a venue that was very poorly chosen to host that. It was expensive to host. It was funny. No, I was part of it. So the funny thing is, the entire event, it opens with the event organizer being on stage and introducing all the guests, which is like, here's Ben Starr, here's Gideon Emery, her name escapes me right now, the lady who played Garuda in Final Fantasy 16. And here's Thancred's voice actor. Yay! And I'm sorry, guys, we had one cancellation. I think it was the voice actor for Barrett. Ended up having to cancel because he got sick, so that was perfectly fine. But that was cool. Anyway, what then follows that is about 10 minutes straight of the presenter just fully going on his knees, throating Ben Starr on stage, basically. Just going like, Ben, I'm making so much... Look how buddy... Two guests were removed. One was a piece of shit, one was sick. Because it was the singer that got outed for a bunch of shit. But yeah, basically just started like glazing Ben Starr on stage the entire time. It was one of the most fucking embarrassing things in retrospect, where it's like, here you have Gideon Emery, here you have Thancred's voice actor, here you have Garuda's voice actor, and the only person that you acknowledge on that stage is Ben Starr. and he's just constantly like fawning over him and basically being like, look how buddy buddy we are, Ben. I get to make fun of you so many more times, contractually obligated. And just to a point where Gideon Emery and Thancred ended up getting up on the couch where it's like, we're no longer required, we're just going to leave, right? Obviously jokingly, in response to something that was said. But it was one of those things where it's like, man, what the fuck is going on? Then he goes on to tell the story about how expensive it was to use this venue. So please buy from the vendors and stuff like that. And please buy from our official vendors. We got so many cool things. And it's like, motherfucker, you chose the venue. It was a poor space to host it in to begin with, but you chose the fucking venue because you wanted prestige over actual logic. But okay. Turns out that the actual event organizing was also just absolute shit with the amount of complaints that came out regarding the certain passes that allowed for like autographs and shit like that. But either way. So yeah, pretty much. Now, funny part number 2. The event starts officially. You know, you get a bunch of like camera people running around getting pictures of Final Fantasy XIV cosplays primarily and stuff, and other characters. It was really, really cool. There was a lot of really, really cool outfits, lots of VVs and stuff like that. That's the thing. The moment he got on stage, I think he had some libations beforehand. And it was starting to kick in towards the end, but it's like, okay, cool. So before it's really kicking in, you're getting off stage. That's perfectly fine. They were going to do a rotation of like talking little bits anyway, where people get to ask questions, so he didn't need to touch the microphone at all. But the amount of times I saw this motherfucker running around just trying to organize on the spot, and it's like, okay, cool. I get that there's like last minute adjustments that you need to make because there's been 2 cancellations. One is a piece of shit. The other one is sick. Cool. First, autograph room. There's 2 people down. That is still too small of a space to host the 3 you had. Because there was always 3 there, and then there was 1 on stage talking, right? So 3 people there, and it was still too fucking small, cramped, and warm for that space, right? You see this... Funnily enough, you see him constantly go back and forth to Ben either way. Right? Like, what the fuck? Anyway... So the dude's drunk off his fucking nut. A lot of people complained about that too, and he got a little uncomfortable with some people apparently. Just not that he was like trying to hit them up or anything, but in trying to pass them in like a crowd and tight space, don't reach at people's hips, from what I understand, and basically almost grab their asses the whole time. You know, I'm a fairly large guy. I've got broad shoulders. I'm not the tallest, but at least like I'm tall enough. I know that, and I do this with Elizabeth all the time. If I need to pass, I quickly tap on the shoulder or just like give a light touch, like, hey, I'm behind you. If you bump into me, I will knock you over, right? Like that's what I do with everybody. The dude's just apparently grabbing people by the hips and shit like that and trying to move them out of the way. It was apparently pretty uncomfortable. Either way, so the autographed people who bought autograph tickets and everything like that, a lot of them didn't even get the autographs that they paid for because of the fact that there was really just a poor way of handling the door, where it's just like, oh, there's too many people going into this room because the room was too fucking small to queue up and stuff like that, and it's taking too long. So we need to start limiting people. We kept making circles around the place, being told to circle, check all the vendors. We did. We found some cool stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, we are here for 2 reasons. I'm here for Gideon Emery to get my Final Fantasy XII signed. And Elizabeth was here for Ben Starr, primarily. Ben Starr's cool to meet, and we got a picture with both of them in the end. But it was one of those things like, hey, we're here for 2 things. You are blocking us from getting us those 2 things, despite the fact that we paid for them. Cool. Credit to Ben. I'm sure his heart was in the right place. The dude was talking for minutes on end with some of the attendees and some of the people that paid. I respect it. The dude has love for the community. I'm not going to doubt that. It's just in such a tight space with now 2 guests missing and people having to make the choice between, like, here's the funny part. The queues were long to a point where it's like, we can get so many more people in before we need to get Ben on stage to start talking, then rotate that with any other guest. Like, oh, the queue can only get so long before this person needs to get on stage. if you had 5 people like that already, there was going to be even less time for people to get their autographs in and stuff like that. Either way, so we got in. There was one person behind us. We got in at the very end for Ben, and the overall queue went pretty okay. No, people were behind us. There was that girl, and there was the Final Fantasy. What am I trying to think of? It wasn't Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts. It was the Organization 13. That was it. Not Final Fantasy 13. It was Organization 13. Cloak and everything. So cool. Either way, we go up to Ben. We have a little chat, and the whole time, we do see that, you know, Ben is hugging people and stuff like that, and taking pictures and having little chats about how much the game meant to them and stuff like that, or how they could relate and stuff like that. And the whole time, Elizabeth was like, yeah, you know what, I want an autograph, you know, it'd be nice to get a hug. And it's like, okay, cool. As the line approaches the booth for Ben, I hear Elizabeth talk less and less and less and less. And I hear shuffling, and I hear fidgeting, and I hear anxiousness. I look over, I see this typically rather, you know, pale lady just slowly turn more red and turn away from the line to a point where I'm like, hey, I'm grabbing her by the shoulder and just kind of like slowly nudging her forward, like, hey, we get to move up. It's just, yeah, she's Shrek. And it's just like slowly getting quieter and quieter, and like there's one person behind us, and I'm like, hey, are you sure you would like the hug still and everything? And like, of course, Elizabeth goes like, no, what you want. And like, okay, hey Ben, pleasure to meet. I'll ask on the behalf of my friend because she's very shy right now. She would like to go get a hug if possible. And Ben just goes, oh, that's lovely, and just, you know, comes around, gives a hug. Apparently a really good hugger. Looked like a really nice hug. Talked a little bit about the game. And got a picture. The typical Ben Star picture. And yeah, no, it was a good experience overall. But it was kind of funny just seeing the line slowly like go forward and forward and forward. And just seeing the confidence. And so would slowly just like whittle down into their boots, just kind of like, oh no. He did have a comfy sweater on. I've seen that sweater a couple of more times. It's the sort of like tan cardigan. He had like a little Torgal pin on it as well, so that was kind of adorable. But yeah, exactly, just like just constantly deflating more and more and more. It was adorable. But it was one of those things where it's like, Jesus Christ, lady, get yourself together. Just. But it seemed like you had a good time in the end, so it was just. It was fun to see that happen. Never thought I would have to wingman someone, basically just slowly crumbling down as as they try to get a hug from someone. You think I could get a hug? It was overall like, I'll be honest, it was mostly the venue and the space that made it a miserable experience because everybody was bumping into everybody. It was not good. The overall sort of vibe there was also, it was good, like good con good, but it was one of those things where it's like, it feels like the organizing is a little bit of a mess. Like, I heard murmurs of that as well. I had a headache going in, so I was grumpy as shit. I was ruining the mood slightly. And vendors were badly... Yeah, exactly. Vendors were badly arranged and stuff like that. So it's just like... Ugh. I wasn't fucking feeling entirely spry either, so... And I made a fool of myself too. Like, instead of just going like, "Hey, Gideon Emery, thank you so much for your amazing role in as Balthier in Final Fantasy 12," I fucking tried to strike up some conversation about irrelevant shit, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." He made a complaint tweet or post somewhere about like how he had a shit experience at the at like Canadian Border Patrol or whatever, or at the airport. And I was like, I can relate to that. Relatable conversation. And I kind of just fumbled my way through. Like, you've seen those memes go around as like, where somebody goes like, nice hat. And you go, fuck. Yeah, that's me. So that was great. But I got the autograph in the end. That's what I was there for. On my collector's edition Final Fantasy 12. So, cool. Physically cringing. Yeah. So. Oh, that was a humbling experience. See, here's the thing: is like I'm typically very, very comfortable in these kinds of situations, right? Where I'm like talking, like Elizabeth has seen me talk to people that are famous before rather casually. Like the fact that I'm, for example, regularly in touch with people from Pendulum or other big producers or other stuff like that, like. You've remarked on that. It's like, why do you get to talk to these people without being phased? And it's like, cool. But then apparently all of that confidence and quote unquote swagger that I would have in those situations just entirely deflates the moment I get to like, hi Gideon. You have a nice hi Gideon. Hi Gideon. Like the fucking SpongeBob thing. It was terrible. Core memory unlocked. Unfortunately, it's horror. Fucking figure, man.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once.
Piss out the halls? Brother. Brother.
Foreign.
Tell me about how you feel about foreign. Great. Uh-oh. Reynold! No! Reynold! No! You should have known better, no! Me meeting Space Mom after passing notes for years, and I just cried and cried and cried. I don't even remember if I did. You probably tried. You're just like, yes.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
I had a funny one in Japan. So in Japan, at the airport while I was waiting, I saw. So I'm a big fan of a wrestling company called New Japan, right? So for context, most of the staff there wear a tracksuit because one, these are really expensive, but they're also sort of supposed to be like staff denominators, like, oh hey, this person works for this company, right? So I saw one of them there and just kind of like struck up a conversation where it's like, oh hey, I know who you are and stuff like that. Here's the funny part. I recognized him because this dude followed me on Twitter. His name's Chase Owens. Turns out he's actually also a piece of shit. I didn't know that at the time. But so I'm like, I'm just chatting away with him a little bit, and it was funny. We've interacted many times on Twitter, just kind of like bantering about some wrestling stuff. And he also streamed for quite some time. Again, any involvement was prior to me realizing that he's apparently a bit of a piece of shit. Disclaimer, 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 I don't support pieces of shit. Help me, I'm digging out. But yeah. Turns out that we had interacted quite a bit and stuff like that. So it was funny that I had to remind him, is like, oh hey, by the way, you follow me, you know who I am. And he's like, huh, I do? I was like, yeah. Where I was like, hey, person from internet, right? I thought that'd be that fun little like, oh hey, it's so crazy to meet you out in public. It's like, oh, basically having to go like, yeah, you do know me. We're friends. Because we actually were friends, but I don't know. That was a very one of the moments of all time. I was like, okay, great. Thanks, Chase.
Slowly,
Dumbass.
gently. This is how a life is taken.
One of the moments of all time. Nah.
Confidence audience surges as
That was kind of
Terry
funny.
crumbles.
You told me about the
Press this advantage. Give them
that
no
you were actually
floor.
seated with like New Japan people as well, which was kind of funny. There's a weird fanboy next to me. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, he has like bright red hair and stuff like that. Oh, he's wearing one of those tracksuits. Oh, oops. Actually, it's fucking Alex Zane. Currently with I don't know what company he's currently with, but at the time he was with Total Nonstop Action. So it's like, oh, fuck it, okay.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Small world. It's one of those things, like, I wish things and the timing and the machines there worked out better than what they ended up doing. Because, as I've remarked before, a good friend of mine is Carl Fredericks, who was previously with the WWE. At this time, he was still with New Japan Pro Wrestling as well, or he was on the way out of that company. But, over time, there's a small little friend circle of 4 people, which Carl is a part of. And, it turns out, I didn't know this, 3 of them were actually on tour in Japan with the company at that time, and I was like, dude, because the guy's name was Alex Coughlin, and I'm like, hey, dude, are you in Japan right now? And he's like, yeah, I'm about to head out for tour and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, you wouldn't believe this. I'm actually fucking in Japan too by sheer fucking chance. And he's like, oh, dude, if you can get get a ticket, just let us know. Head up to the gate. Just wait. The instructions he gave me was head up to the gate. Say that you are a friend of Alex Coughlin or Clark Connors or Gabe Kidd. We'll come pick you up. We'll give you a little tour backstage and we hang out for a bit after the show. But you'll get to have, like, you know, basically the backstage tour and backstage look at everything. So that was really cool. It turns out that the fucking machines in Japan aren't actually all that easy to use. I'm unironically, I ended up having to contact one of the lead commentators for the company, just going like, hey, how do I do this? How machine work?
The onslaught. Destroy.
Fucking, even then, he's like, oh, the machines will be relatively straightforward and they'll be easy to use. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Chris. Go fuck yourself, Chris. Those machines are absolute dog shit to figure out. Like, what do you want from me, man? That shit sucked. Oh, man. Because, like, we're looking for, like, a fucking English option and shit. Like, we're looking for, like, what's you could buy from an ATM. Like, yeah. It just turns out that it was just fucking impossible to use and read. Horrible, horrible, horrible fucking thing. No English, yeah. That was a big struggle. We were hell-bent on making it work, too. We actually started to reach out to one of the clerks that was there to try to see, like, hey, maybe you can help us forward, right? So, I use a translation app to ask for help and, you know, walk up and stuff like that. And he goes like, oh, no, I don't know. I was like, oh, okay, well, fine. A couple of minutes later, he comes up to us afterwards, like he had left the counter, and he just goes like, sorry, I'm actually Chinese. I don't speak Japanese all that much whatsoever. The machine should work. And I'm like, oh, dude, I appreciate you helping, but... like, I appreciate you coming back around to help out, but it's like, fuck. Oh, man. Yeah, that was it. He could speak Japanese, but he couldn't read it. That was the one. Ooh. Big heal. But yeah, that was a fun old time. Quite an adventure. I didn't expect it to be as like eventful as it was. Just kind of like, you know, hey, I recognize people from this wrestling company. Oh, hey, the friends from this wrestling company are also here. Oh, hey.
A blazing
Like, what the fuck is happening? It was a good old time. It's a shame I never ended up getting to see Coughlin and Connors and stuff like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The machines are just garbage, and to be blunt, Chris Carlton wasn't much of a help either. He was just like, "Oh, the machines will just work what they do, you know, as they're supposed to." And I'm like, Christopher. Yeah. Though it got me that picture that I keep using as a banner everywhere. So it was a really nice, aesthetically pleasing picture. So I got that out of it. Very aesthetically pleasing, as the kids would say. So if you look at my camera, all we did was fucking eat food. Check out our socials. You should do that. We have like so many of them. The Antisocial Social Club. We know that's a brand. Food, yummy. Yeah, I would agree. Food was very, very good. It's telling that we're still trying to chase an equivalent of fucking food, the drink. The peach thing that we keep finding. Oh yeah, no, it was very affordable. Like, Jesus. The only food that I end up regretting getting, which I've talked about with you many times, is that little, oh, this is gonna go great. Second. Is that little bar we ended up going to. Absolved of sin. Okay. Where they advertised Wagyu beef on the side, and I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. And then a lady, obviously like a fucking barker or whatever you want to call him, tries to like pull you in, and everyone's like, oh, do you have Wagyu beef? Oh yeah, we've got Wagyu beef. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And then cool, you go in and you find out that it's fucking overpriced as shit. Tourist trap. Whoops, we fell for it like the fucking idiots we are, because I was trying to chase Wagyu. Oh well. I think the funniest part of the trip was still going to the Sky Tree on the very cloudy day, just going all the way up and just going like, well, yep, them's clouds. Them sure be clouds. What'd you see up there? The weather. I remember the driver that because we couldn't fucking make we couldn't find the way around, so we ended up getting a driver for it just to kind of get us up front. Turns out we were way fucking off, but even he was like, oh, it's a bad time to go, and it's like, it'll be fine, we'll make it work. Anyway. It seems like the opportunity to go has progressively slimmed down for a lot of people, so you're probably not the only one. We're sharing the experience, Lennon. No, man, I can't do anything with them. Hello. Fuck. You're already stressed out, who cares? I don't think I was ever able to go. Not really ADA friendly there. That's fair. Why do I have something in my eye? I'm trying to fucking... There we go. Cool. My giant ass whiskers of eyelashes. My naturally beautiful eyelashes. Like a millionaire could be, here's flight and hotel, and that'd still be like a butler help me up and down. Yeah, I'll say that a lot of places had like elevators, but I understand what you mean. Don't worry. I understand the sentiment you're sharing.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I don't think is letting a lot of. From what I recall, the borders are just completely open again. I could be wrong. We went when the borders were basically like they were open, but they weren't announced open. We got there in before the open shop announcement, basically, right? Which turned out to be to our benefit because it was a really, really fucking good time to go, right? Alright, so I only have 4 food.
Gathered close,
Bit of a thing happening at the moment.
firelight,
Whatever could you mean?
easy companionship.
Cool. Alright.
Carelessness will find no clemency in
Ooh.
this place.
Hard-skinned. Replaced spiritual. I don't... Sure. Whatever, dude. I actually didn't even want for Dismas to get it, but it's whatever. You? Man. Man.
Cruel machinations spring
Yeah.
to life with a singular purpose.
Yeah, they're aware of the boom and they're basically increasing prices. It's a tourist price right now. You're paying for everything. It's a bad time to go, but not because it's bad. It's just, you know.
A fresh irritant, the sun.
The political situation, from what I understand, in Japan right now is kind of a mess because it's like it's one of the funnier things is like, oh hey, we got a female PM in finally, and it's like, yay, great. Wait, she's basically like the Japanese Margaret Thatcher. Yay! Progress. Steps forward, 2 steps forward, like an entire leap back. Yay! Am I going to be cruel? Am I going to put the abomination with the whorehouse? Transform him into a beast. Let me show you what the real monster is. Kidding. Stop. I like the Raven one though. It's cool. Let's see. Nope, I don't want to go Butcher Circus. Why is that icon so fucking big? Leper, Jester, Grave Robber. We need more paper. We need more paper, Jesse. Go.
To those with a keen eye.
Anybody want to get named? This is a good time for that. So, there's 2 redeems. One for a specific class, and one of them for the one for a random class. If you're so curious, you will get named. I might be able to take Blumpy out for a run. So, Blumpy. Oh, Japan's never been shy about causing like any international like tensions or whatever. They've outright just said some shit, and it's like, Jesus, dude. Reynald makes me think of Reginald. Those are the only ones I would exempt, but I would 100% rename any other Crusader. I feel like they're achievement locked. Like I can't rename them because they're achievement locked, and I kind of want to get them to the end. That'd be really nice. 2 bros sitting in the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Bounty hunter. I have a bounty hunter. Yeah, being quip. Oh yeah, no. There'll be plenty of people who are looking to cause trouble with statements and stuff like that.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
So funny that the way these 2 died. Actually, I haven't found a new Vestal, have I?
Covered in the poisoned earth,
Fuck me,
awaiting
man.
merciful oblivion.
Ugh. Anyway, no one wanting to get named? That's fine. I'll cry about it. Right here, right now. Watch me. Sorry. Just, I know I have a trinket that's supposed to... Oh, no, wait. I failed that one. Right. Right. Storm resistant. Cove is not too... Be brave. Man, I tried being brave yesterday. I'm fucking done being brave. I am not too open anymore to being brave. I am good, man. I am alright. That's a short one. We can make that work. Oh, nope. One more. Burp. I am not too keen on repeating the events of of last night. Technically, don't really need the anti. Well, maybe we'll see. Anti-venom is more for the wield. The cove is more for that. But
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
oh, you gave me one of the shit rooms. Game. Oh crap! Well, you dodged it. Whew. Aha. Scale issue. Contains loot. It's kind of funny. My mom called me up at like 4 a.m. Because I was like, hey, do you have a moment to you know, somewhere in the afternoon or whatever, to quickly have a call or whatever? And she's like, oh, you know, I'll be kind of busy, something going on. I'm like, oh, this is what happened. And she's like, oh, okay. And it just gave me like the, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, well,
Glittering gold,
thank the mother.
trinkets and baubles,
And, oh.
paid for in blood.
Oh, well. Until camp. Well, we don't camp. She forgot about time zones, yeah. Entirely. So... I sent that message at like 1... I want to say 1 something.
Singular strike.
Like 1:30, some shit like that. And then she just simply replied with, oh, okay. And then just left it at that. I'm like, oh, well, okay, thanks, Mom. And then at 4 a.m. she's like, oh, hey, it just dawned on me what you said. And I'm like, for fucking real, brother? Alright, cool, yeah. Just... And the best part is like, I typically do the call on my AirPods.
As the fiend falls,
Or on my phone. Both were at 3%. So I'm like, alright, well, let me just get on my computer then. I use a browser that doesn't support fucking messenger calling, so I had to quickly install a Chrome browser. So here's the stress of it, and then we talked for like 30 minutes. So... Fucking 4 a.m. struggles trying to basically talk about it. It was... It was the best I was going to get with my mom. Let's put it like that. Which... sometimes sucks, but it is what it is.
give them no quarter.
Let's say that I am very jealous of those with supportive parents. But, I mean, it's again, it's the best that I could have gotten with her in that situation. Or out of her in terms of conversation or
Unforgiving.
talking things through and whatever. Just... Cool, get that one. I remember them inflicting disease as well. I think all of them do, actually. Like, they have like a really small chance. Rather not that happen. It's one of those things, like, I sometimes wonder if parents get less empathetic for children the older that they get, because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but I'm still your child. Something happened here. Like, what are we doing? Whatever. Not that my mom was ever the most empathetic creature to exist. Either way. Oh, come on. For fuck's sake. Hit. Hit, you piece of shit. Don't stun. Oh, wait, no, that's a bleeder. Thank you, you hit. Finally. Although, that was a grave robber. Girl bossing.
This is how a life is taken.
Leave it up to the man to fail in his basic duties. There we go. Play grenade. Stun. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, you can't. I feel like Blight's probably the best one for this. To just approach it with Blight. You hit! Oh, I'm so happy for you, Man-at-Arms. I'm so happy for you. It undoes everything bad that you've ever done. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, Barristan. Or what's this one called? Fougere, or whatever. Fugaris. Whatever your name is.
In Radiance,
Whatever.
we find victory.
Damn it, two of them. Okay, so we could have a pretty decent speed with these two, because that one. Because that'll mean the next turn that he dies. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Oh, come on, Man-at-Arms! Brother. I just need you to eat, brother. I should kill, right? Oh, it's 4. Fuck. Fiek. Fine. Fine. Guess I'll suffer. I'll suffer the mediocrity of the Man-at-Arms trying. Well, actually, no, he's stunned. He's not going to try to hit.
The enemy crumbles.
Oh, hey. Look at that.
Ooh, nice. I do like the Grave Robber. She's very good. Thank you.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
If I recall correctly, this one's actually a cleanser, but I think it was it this? Was that one? Hold on, let me check. No. This one? Yes. Thin blood. Okay, well that'll do.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
That's actually nice. Cool. Is that one just a straight up? Oh, it's a rule battle with Curio. Oh, it's another fucking 2. Okay, go. Go. You know, when I was setting up and everything, I actually almost launched Dispatch again, out of just pure reflex. would be nice if they suddenly pull this so far and it's like, here's 2 more episodes. Oh, come on, it would be nice. Two more episodes of beef. Who could say no to beef? It was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. I had some qualms with some of the writing sometimes, but overall, that doesn't detract from an overall enjoyable experience, which
and insidious killer.
that's the goal with the game. So, this one contains loot. Wasn't the first one. Beef Beach episode. You know what? Here. Throw away the money. We've got to have more money. I don't think Dispatch could get away with a beach episode with how inexplicably horny that game sometimes gets already. I don't think we're ready for what apparently these horny ass writers and developers would do with a full beach episode. Nice. Go. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh! She's the goat. There we go. Oh, leave her alone. Leave the poor girl be.
Teetering on the brink.
Facing the abyss. Facing Pierce. Oh! Jesus! You couldn't do that earlier? You fucking lump. You oaf. You lump of shite.
As victories mount,
So
too will resistance.
Yippee! Battle? Oh, that's a shit battle. Yeesh, they all hurt. They all hurt.
Perched at the very precipice.
Not a good way to open. Oh my god. Yeah, goodbye.
Is a tenuous proposition.
Maybe increasing the death count was one of the best decisions I've made so far. Lord. Lord. There we go. Talbot, how dare you? My greatest warrior.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Or cowardice.
Cowardice.
Or chicken nuggets. Boom. Ah, boom. There we go. I feel like I'm slowly just exposing the stream to all of my fucking, like, vocal tics and stuff like that.
Grievous
Which is just
injury.
all a reflection of the memes of yesteryear. And then again, isn't that what streaming is as a whole? please don't fucking also take out my best fucking character. Okay, thank you. You can take him out. I don't fucking give a shit about him. He's a dumbass. Lumbering oaf. Stun it. Oh my god, you can't even fucking stun right. What? But you have thoughts of inadequate. Maybe be better, brother. God damn. You're the dude at Subway going, "The sandwich sucks." Dude, you made the sandwich. You're the one taking the actions. What do you mean? Feelings of inadequacy. You have a giant fucking mace. Just hit people with it. Like, shout. There you go. Yell. You can't miss with that one. Lord.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Here, eat. Eat.
The match has struck. A blazing star.
Oh my god. Fuck off, game. Fuck right off. Alright. Yeah. Okay. You know, maybe I was having too good of a day. Maybe you're right. Maybe my bad. I pressed go live. My bad. Fuck's sake, dude. Yeah. Go up to the grave robber. It's not like yeah, I mean, sure. Oh, okay, cool. That one's gone. That's fine. I don't care about the man-at-arms. That's relatively okay. Don't bleed. Okay, yeah, that's not bleed. No, leave her alone. Okay, that's fine. You'll stress out. Oh no, wait, you're still good. Still good. Well, you were never good to begin with, so it's a misnomer. Oh, come on, dude. Well, they always go after you first, so fucking pull you back in. Okay, cool. That one's sticking up. Grave Robber, you are so fucking good, and you do not deserve this fucking team, man. Like, Plague Doctor's also fine. Plague Doctor is pulling her weight. She's doing the best she can. Dead, yeah. Shocking, truly. I realize that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna be upset at you crashing the fuck out. I would too. I am. I don't even know what moves the Grave Robber has from this position.
As life ebbs,
Please get her turn in.
terrible
Thank you.
vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Oh my god, you're kidding. The moves she has are to make the fucking Plague Doctor the victim. And the Plague Doctor's... Ah! Okay. Okay, we can do this. Okay, come on. Come on. Just bear with it. Just bear with it. Oh no!
More
No, that's it.
disappointment.
Hell yeah! Conceal. Oh, it's not enough. It's not enough either. It's not enough either. It's not enough either. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Is there like a turn limit? Like after so many turns, you just win. That'd be great. Inspiration and improvement. I'm gonna Google this. Darkest dungeon turn limit. You can't even. Oh my god!
In the pursuit of gold. A setback,
Oh.
but not the end of things. A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well. You know what? Maybe we're not doing Darkest Dungeon, man. Maybe we're not doing Darkest Dungeon. Maybe we're not doing Darkest Dungeon. I'm not smart enough for this fucking game, I guess. Here, we'll fill the remainder of the time with Man, that's rough. Oh, I hadn't logged in yet. Okay, cool. Oh, what? What the fuck? No. Oh. Better luck next week? Yeah, hopefully. That's a shit way. It's a Nuzlocke all over again, man. So we're going to use some of the quality of life that they've implemented into the game, where we have some of the game auto-run for us, so we don't have to do the menial things. That means Oguri has won pretty much all the time. Nice, good job, Oguri. Man, what a mood whiplash, eh? Just overconfidence has a soul in its ears killer too. Yay, horse girl! Yay! Whatever, man. Why do I have to sneeze? And it's not... Ah, come on. Sneeze. Ah, Jesus. Blue balled. Wait, what am I... Just do this. There we go. Ooh. Oh, the sneeze turned into a yawn. That's the worst. What was I doing with this run? Oh, okay. There you go. I don't think I've shown you guys what the new career is in Uma. Ooh, or as Jeffrey Keeley, please pay me money, says, Uma Musume. Mr. I've discovered Japan. Uma Musume. Pretty Derby. God, what a fucking hilarious way to go about that. Uma Musume. Oh no, slow metabolism. Ooh, Haru, no. So the event that I was prepping last time, I didn't end up in the A bracket where basically all of the whales are, but I got into the B bracket. Which is not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I ended up getting a first place in that one, so ultimately I got a lot of rewards out of it. So I did really, really good just in the B bracket, which for a free-to-play player is good. Honestly, I'll take it. I was among the better in my club for that one. It was kind of funny to see some of them in the group that I'm in that ended up like really grinding out and whatever and really trying hard and just getting less rewards because they went for the A bracket. Team Carrot. Sorry. So they would constantly wail and just like go for the A bracket, which means that they were in the among the other whales, right? And among the other whales, they got, so here, I'll pull it up real quick because it's better to have this up and explain it. So, oh shit, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. I can click. Cool. Oh, there's actually 23 minutes left. That's opening today. I didn't realize. So yeah. You get into either A League or B League. It's sort of a branching out thing where if you win during this, you will get the chance to go to grade A. If you win during this, you will stay in Group A. If you lose during this, you drop down to Group B, right? So if you lose at all once during round 1 or round 2, you will drop down to Group B. If you only win, you will get up to Group A. So some of the best of my club and my little group, they would try to aim for like the 25,000, the 5 pools and the 5 pools, which is okay, but they ended up getting like this instead, right? Which is good, but they would only get like Virgo, or for that one I think it was Taurus. I don't even remember. No, it was Leo Cup. Leo Cup bronze or Leo Cup silver and whatever, and they really wanted gold. Specifically, one person is because they are a Leo. They wanted like, I want a Leo gold. Meanwhile, I did just well enough to end up in the top of A, and I got the little title too. So got some better resources too, because you get a little better. The rewards are obviously better if you end up in Group A, but it was funny to basically see some people fail it out. Which I've got the receipts. I've got the receipts. Leo Gold, baby. Leo Gold. It's really nice to play this game with like-minded people who are willing to provide me information and answer questions when I don't know what I'm doing. Which there's a couple of people in this club that I'm like, I admire for their mathematical abilities and their ability to keep track of all of this shit, because holy fuck. This game is... There's so much more depth in this than I ever imagined. Like, it's kind of funny that that's what turned out to be the case with this game. Because it's like, oh, okay, this is just a simple horse racing game, right? Yay, race stats. And it's like, actually, no. There's so much math underneath the surface. Holy fuck. Like, it is insane. It's so stupid how that turns out sometimes, though. Boo math. Yeah, I would say that's the good way of putting it. Like, the big thing that because of recent changes we had to figure out is like, how good is stamina and guts and everything like that, right? So in the past it was, oh, you get 300 guts and then you're fine. You don't need to train anything else anymore. But they recently patched it out of turn. Because again, this game's been out for like 3 years in Japan, right? So we are working off information that Japan got, and we would expect us to follow the exact same schedule, same patches, and everything like that, balance changes, quality of life, and stuff like that. we are getting different things, which means that all expectations people had and their planning of like, okay, well, if I get this Uma with this skill, then I can do this and this and this and this. All of their planning has gone to shit because we're getting things out of turn. We are getting our own metas, which is really, really cool. The thing is that also has concluded that Guts now is not a waste stat anymore. It's actually really good because it's basically like a less... Stamina being stamina is just a straight line of like, I have so much oxygen in the tank before... yeah, that's pretty much it. But like, this is how much gas I have in the tank before I run out, right? Guts is more of a thing of like how much extra stamina you'll do based on certain courses. Like, for example, a sprint and a mile will need less guts, but a medium and a long will need more guts because... bleh, right? So... It's interesting how much one patch shifted the meta so much that everybody was like, oh fuck. Like some of the guide creators and some information quote-unquote brokers, as they would call themselves, that try to help out and try to explain certain things were suddenly up for 48 hours straight trying to figure out math on this stuff, because again, they make their living off of the content, right? So it was basically so wild what happened. And it was really, really cool. Like, again, we get our own little meta. It was really exciting when they announced that, because it's just like, oh yeah, we... Because, you know, you would see some people plan out, like, their entire, their next 2 years of pulling, like, oh, I'll pull for this banner, save up this much, because we can calculate about how much we get per month in terms of free stuff and whatever. And it's just like, okay, well, if I'm fully free to play, and then I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this, and then I do that, then I'll be able to plan out. And that means that I'm going to end up second in this race, and then this PvP cup, I'm going to do this. And it's like, okay, cool. So you're taking any fun out of the game. You're basically mathing it out on a fucking spreadsheet, and you're succeeding at it because da-da-da-da, right? So now that they've changed everything up, it's really, really nice. Again, I'm also just dorking out a little bit because it's... I don't know. I like it when devs throw, like, things into the mix that just make absolutely no sense. And that shifts the meta really hard. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, to an extent, it's like, okay, you want to preserve as much as possible and expectation and stuff like that. Like... a lot of people right now are excited about the release of, for example, the newest Uma Agnes Digital, right? Which is a really cool horse, from what I understand, and has really, really fucking good stats. So that stuff doesn't change. But like when it comes to... I'll give an example. The horse Saiyan Sky. I had to build her a couple of times. I think I did it on stream once as well. Saiyan Sky is very much considered, if you want to build a front runner, which front runners are just about always useful. If you want to build a front runner, you have to have Saiyan Sky somewhere. You need her ability. Her ability is really fucking good. If you do not have Saiyan Sky, you're going to be 90% less useful. So, in turn, people would go like, okay, I'm going to spend this much money trying to get Saiyan Sky, like, you know, because her unique ability, angling and scheming, is really fucking good. It's really good. Basically, if you're in the lead, you're staying in the lead harder, and no one can really challenge you. That's what the ability is. So if you had Saiyan Sky, cool. Frontrunner's basically set for the last little bit. And now it's also turned out like, okay, well, with the current meta and the way that some of the abilities lined up and whatever, the next thing you would need is Summer Marzensky. Where is she? There she is. Summer Marzensky has a Kiss for Courage, which is also incredibly good if you're a front runner again. So if you you didn't have the... So here's the thing: if you didn't have Saiyan, you were basically mediocre. If you don't now have Marzensky, don't get any front runners done at all. If you have one or two, you'll be okay. Now with the meta shift, there's been a new competitor added to that mix, and that is Silent Suzuka. why Silent Suzuka, they've added basically subcategories to some of this. And like, for example, there's a front runner, but there's also now a runaway, which is front runner plus, front runner premium. No one saw that coming, so now that means that your Summer Marozensky doesn't mean as much anymore. So everybody that was like, I'm going to basically win the whole meta for the next little year, everything of that changed. And Summer Marozensky is no longer the pay and win, you know what I mean? So it's really, really nice when they just kind of go like, yeah, we're not gonna stick with just a single meta the whole way through. So again, me explaining it is just kind of like, look at these nuts and bolts and formulas and blah blah blah. Look how exciting it is, right? I understand that. Without knowing the ins and outs, it sounds like a bunch of like garbled mess and whatever. But it's fun when they try to, yeah, when they level the playing field for everybody, and you can't just go like plan for the next 3 years and plan that you're going to win, lose this one, lose that one strategically, etc., etc. There's actually an incentive for you to fucking be involved instead of just autopiloting through. It's really, really nice. Yippee! So, the new main story that they've added kind of encourages you to play with a team. As you can see, you know, as we had before, we have the friendship bars and everything like that, but we also have this little extra little fireball thingy. Every character that we have a support card for, like Sweet Tosho, also becomes a runner in our team. And we can progressively add stats to them by training with them, so long as they have this little ability here. So like, for example, and we're trying to chase those too, so. And they would in turn make some of our training better as well. So. It's a really fun little career. Currently, I'm just trying to pad out my roster a little bit with some of the powerhouses, so. Haru! You go, girl. Ooh, let's pump some iron. It's a very good proc. Very good, actually. Stamina. Because, so the way that it works is that, so for example, here we have 248, 216, so we're training guts. So 193, we train this. All of her stats go up. We're gonna look for her again. Here. So yeah, now all of her stats have gone up, and basically they all become part of the team, and they'll become a little bit better. What we're chasing, the reason we're chasing these little things is because this fireball will sometimes fill up. When that fireball fills up, they get a burst of stats, and eventually that unlocks better training for us. So, because our training levels are no longer like, hey, do this X amount of times and then you're good. I'm gonna choose this one this time. But it's determined by the overall stats of our team, so we're incentivized to play with others and play nice. Summertime. Cool, we'll do this one because we need more fans because of the demand of the career. Voila. And then we get to the Unity Cup, and then based on the stats and everything like that, it'll be like, oh, okay, you're so good against this, you're bad against that, like these. I mostly ignore these, just go 2-1-1, and just automate it. I like the little animations though. Aw. Agnes, no. There we go. Atta girls. Yippee! I like this animation for from what I forget her fucking name. She has a complicated name, but just kind of like vibing there, just kind of go wee. She'll be fine. Groundwork is a good ability to build up. Power. Power. We're just looking to build her up for team trials, so. Gap closers, not bad. Oh, fuck it, hell, what the fuck? Gunshots. Yippee. There we go. See, because of all the training that we did, we got upgraded stats. So. I'm not really sure what that mark's supposed to be. Never seen that before. That's new. Oh yeah, I guess I'll get to mention it here now. Because of voting already. Is it fully voted for? Yeah, okay, cool. So Sunday we're going to get an hour more of Valheim. So if you're excited for Valheim and group streams, you will get Valheim. And not only that, we'll have a Sasha come in a little later for the group stream, not for this stream. It'll be fun, fun, fun. Or tilting, who knows? Valheim can be tilting. So instead of going from 2 to 5, we'll be going to 2 to 6. Yippee. Woohoo. Actually, I'm excited. Feels like we're finally making like good progress, you know? So. Oof. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Haru, they could never make me hate you. The queen of doing just her best. And that's all she really needs to do. Because, like, I found Haru to be quite a heartwarming character just because of the fact of, like, in this game especially, there's, like, a lot of people who, or a lot of characters who end up going, like, oh, if I'm not succeeding, I'm the worst person in the world, and I'm going to be... I'm wasting all of this time, and I'm wasting all of everybody's time, and I'm wasting your time for training me. I could be so much better. Wah, wah, wah. And it's like, here you have Haru, who's just happy to do her best. Happy to be here. Happy to be running. Just glad, you know? It's heartwarming. Not that any of the other characters aren't fun or whatever to race with. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, we get it. You really want to try hard. Like, Aguri is just like, huh, is there food involved? Yeah, okay, cool. Baller. Swell. Oh, hey, Narita Brian. Hello. I am a master of pulling up a very niche thing you haven't heard in a while. Whether or not I maintain the dignity for myself and not say something really fucking stupid, that's a different fucking part of it. Tug of War tournament! Oh my god. Very tubular. Tubular. Very words. How do you do, fellow kids? It's kind of funny that Sweet Tosho's, all of her best results are always just putting her down. It's just like, I am running around. Stop that. I did a prank. Stop that. I'm causing trouble. Yeah, stop that. Oh, okay. Spirit the burst. We'll finish this career and then we'll call it there for today. But we're in March, so we've got a little bit to go. I'll have to see whether or not I continue with Darkest Dungeon. It doesn't seem like a lot of people were all that interested. Not that I know I'm not particularly the most popular streamer on the Dungeon Lounge or anything like that. I'll take that with stride, but it seemed like less than usual people were not at all enthused with Darkest Dungeon, so it's fine, and it is what it is. It is an old game too, so we'll have to see what I end up doing instead. That's sort of the problem as well, as I didn't remember that Flora had already played it too, which kind of means that you're getting a rehash, even if I'm playing it on a harder difficulty or whatever. You're seeing a rehash of things you've already seen, which is not all that exciting, so in the end I'll have to decide to continue Darkest Dungeon or not, and I don't think I will. What will I play? There's actually a funny issue that I have sometimes with Flora, is the fact that we have a lot of overlapping tastes. We like a lot of the same games, so it's one of those things like, did Flora play this already? Is sort of the main question I have to ask sometimes. Like, I remember Elizabeth talking briefly about suggesting, for example, Papers, Please, and it's like, okay, Papers, Please could be cool. What are the odds somebody has already played Papers, Please, right? And again, that's also a relatively old game. Or at least it's old in the general ethos. General social ethos, if you will. It can be, but you know, it is ultimately more fun to stream things and have people be involved and interact with the stream than basically not, right? So I've seen Let's Plays. I mean, that doesn't encourage me to play it if people are like, I've already seen it. Because yeah, what new things are going to happen aside from, oh hey, let's see how this person performs in this game. All right, so I'll have to figure something out. Like I recently picked up Inscription as well. Maybe that'll be interesting. But I'll have to see. I have to think about it. Maybe I do the stupid thing and play Satisfactory so I can get the Factorio backseating level of things, because I know people who are like, you're new at Satisfactory! You're playing it wrong. Your factory isn't using 100% of all of the iron it's mining. 100% efficiency. You're not reaching one-on-one. Fucking output input. Inscription is interesting. I picked it up alongside Papers, Please because I played Papers, Please before, but it was just one of those things where I had some money laying around on the old Steam, and I was like, okay, well, pick it up along the way. It's cheap enough. So. In the end, it's always more fun to play things that people are generally not that familiar with or haven't played all that much or whatever. But, you know, we don't always have the capacity to buy the latest, greatest games or whatever. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm now aware of all of the fucking AI shit that's happening with it, I would have been very, very interested in Arc Raiders, for example, because that's very much my, up my wheelhouse. So, it's a shame. Before we know it, it'll be the Steam Winter Sale. Yeah, I mean, Black Friday is coming up as well, isn't it? I don't remember when that is, not off the top of my head. Again, I'll have to figure something out, but I don't think I'm gonna pick up Darkest Dungeon again. Thing is, I could be like, okay, let's play Hades 2. Okay, well, no, you know that one's taken by Elizabeth. That's so it's like, okay. What do I do? I have to take a look around. There's always the potential for Slime Rancher 2. Slime Rancher 2 is another option in there. Could be really fun. I recently finished Slime Rancher 1 not that long ago. I don't keep track of these dates. I don't know what either of those days are. I know the one of the Canadian one. US means very little to me in their holidays. We won! We won the ones that matter. Listen, man, I lived in Europe for fucking forever. Up until a few years ago, I didn't need to pay attention to anything that was happening abroad. For some reason, we were getting Black Friday deals over in Europe, and it's like, but we don't celebrate. Sure, give me the discount. This is next Thursday? Ah, okay. I know a lot of people are, or a lot of places are starting like with deals on Friday. So next week. Ah, okay. Okay. There you go, Haru. Win, you queen. My goodness. The big issue that I also have is that a lot of the games that I like, that I want to play, I don't know if I would be okay, because I only play on Thursdays. On Thursdays. So sometimes the question I have to ask myself is like, if there's a game that's coming out, am I okay only playing it every Thursday? You know what I mean? Like, for example, there's the Outer Worlds 2. I really like Outer Worlds 2, and I like playing it, but if I'm going to actually get really, really into it, I don't know that I want to make this a weekly sort of like, I have to put this off and then stuff like that. Like, Elizabeth can do that, because she has the, Tuesday and Friday. I only really have the Thursday, so technically I could take Saturdays, but I don't want to be perfectly blunt, I don't want to lock what is essentially a free day for a lot of our own activities. And if me and Elizabeth want to plan something, go hang out with some friends or whatever, that typically falls on a Saturday to begin with, because that's the most free day that we typically have. So I don't want to lock down and say, like, I'm taking Saturdays to stream, you know? Nothing stops me from doing that, but aside from the fact that I'd be like, okay, well, I'm just going to make sure that we never get to really hang out on Saturdays all that much. Unless I do it, like, in the evening, but that still means that we have to rush sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's not a comfortable hangout thing when you're like, okay, cool, now fucking scrounge down your food, we need to go. Because I remember when we hung out not that long ago with Flora, for example, and I think we ended up running it pretty late. Not super, super late, but just like, oh, hey, we're losing track of time a little bit. Cool. Yeah, look at her go. Look at her go. And then just kind of going like, oh, okay, well, it's about time we gotta start heading home before we start missing stream and whatever. I think we ended up cutting it pretty close overall. I've heard the door open to the bathroom, which means that Elizabeth is no longer at her watching station, which means we are good with this. We are good with this. Whoa! Oh! Hold on, what? Oh my god! What the fuck? They just gave us a 20 pool for no reason. Okay. You know what? We'll end the stream on a high note. We'll see if we can. I typically get pretty lucky with horse pulls, so let's see. Do I get lucky? Do I get Agnes Digital straight away? Okay, not a guaranteed yet. Long shot start. It does not mean that we get her guaranteed, but there's still a chance. Oh, that's a rough. Matikane. Halo, Agnes, Ticket, Bakushin, Haru. Damn, that's bad luck. Wompity womp. That's okay. We're gonna hold on to the rest of the currency. Oh yeah, they're doing this soon. Halloween events. We're gonna get Halloween outfits for these two. It's pretty cool. Let's quickly do these. And then I will leave you guys forever. At least until next week. Game's a little too loud. That's okay. Thank you for coming in. I will take a gander and look-sees over what I will do for next week's stream. Maybe open myself up to the backseat extravaganza of Satisfactory. That is inevitably going to happen. Or, well, I mean, we'll just find out as well. That can also happen. I do like Satisfactory a little bit, but I feel like that's also just like an infinite time investment sometimes. The factory must grow. Hey, Vodka wins. Very, very good. Alright. Oh, nope, I gotta claim the reward. Right. Bakshin. Cool. Alright. So, we're just going to go and start this already. I'll just go over here, and we're just going to talk schedule, which is still outdated because I didn't download any new ones. I always do this late. I don't know why. Cool, here's the new schedule. So, Ruin has come to the lounge, and we're not going to continue it. Aside from that, for tomorrow, you're going to get Shadow Hearts 2. I think Elizabeth will be in a state to be able to play it and have a good time. Hopefully, her stomach will hold up after she's had whatever dinner we end up getting for Friday takeout, because Friday is our takeout day, and who knows how well it'll hold up. Shadow Hearts. You've got Vampire Wrestlers. It's pretty good. Then Saturday, rest day. I'm not going to be streaming that day. I don't think anyone is taking it, so that's fine. Then for Sunday, it's actually Grim, Flora, Liz, and later on Sasha, and we will be going 1 hour later that day. A little longer stream, get some more Valheim prog in. It'll be a good old time. All right. We have our stream going up to Enfia. Enfia is playing Fallout 76. I hope you have a good time and have a good rest of your Thursday. Goodbye.